This is what he said. Well, it's R.J. O'Brien, and Hagerty was on the board for this company, and they have been supporting Black Lives Matter. And so Bill Hagerty has resigned from the board. And here's what he said in his resignation letter to the CEO, Gerald Corcoran. He says, I've been humbled to work with the R.J. O'Brien family and to be part of this more than a century-old company that has been a foundational pillar of the agriculture industry. The role that R.J. O'Brien plays in the stability and soundness of U.S. agricultural markets is vital to the future of our nation's farmers, and I have valued being a part of that. At the same time, I have learned that the firm has promoted support for the Black Lives Matter movement, a Marxist organization that seeks to destroy the America that I know and long to support. One of the leaders of the Black Lives Matter movement has said, quote, if this country doesn't give us what we want, then we will burn down this system and replace it. And the Black Lives Matter movement seeks to destroy the nuclear family, calls for violence, promotes anti-Semitism, tears down monuments, and seeks to completely defund and dismantle our police departments. So in the next paragraph, he noted that as a board member, he did not approve of or condone any of the firm's decisions on this front and cannot in good faith remain in association with the firm as long as it's promoting such radical ideas. He says, though as a board member I never approved nor engaged in the firm's corporate decisions to promote outside entities, I cannot in good conscience remain affiliated in any way with the promotion of a radical political movement that seeks to use this movement or this moment to overthrow the government and usher in Marxism. This movement wants to rip apart the fabric of our country and destroy many aspects of what makes America exceptional. I vehemently oppose their calls for violence and relentless march towards socialism. Please accept this as my resignation from R.J. O'Brien effective immediately. So, I'm looking at some of these other things, and there are a bunch of other companies that are jumping on the bandwagon, this Black Lives Matter thing, because they think, well, we've got to do this because we've got to cater to these folks. Pander is what they're doing. Here's some of the companies that are doing this. According to Axios, the 100 largest U.S. companies have so far committed $1.63 billion to organizations fighting, quote-unquote, racism and inequality. And they're talking about Black Lives Matter. Analysis of social media posts, blogs, and public statements collected, however, shows that Deckers, Uggs, Amazon, Pepsi's Gatorade, Microsoft, Warner Records, Intel, is it Bungie of Xbox and Microsoft games, and some of these others of Nabisco all specifically pledged money to the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation following the death of George Floyd. According to the Black Lives Matter website, their goal is to promote federal freedom, liberation, and justice, and to eradicate white supremacy and build local power to intervene in violence inflicted on black communities by the state and vigilantes. The movement's ideological roots, however, run deeper than just bringing justice to victims of police brutality, as we've told you before in this piece from The Federalist. One of the Black Lives Matter co-founders, Patrice Colliers, explained the foundation of the movement, inspired by her and co-founders Alicia Garza and Opal Tometi, in an interview in 2015. Some of this we've read to you before. She says, we actually do have an ideological frame. Myself and Alicia in particular are trained organizers. We are trained Marxists. All you have to do is click on what they believe. And one of the things we told you several weeks ago, what they believe is that to disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure. Now, if you want to know what's wrong in the black community right now, that's it. Daddy's gone. Daddy's irrelevant. And these folks promote this because they know that's the easiest way to get people dependent on the government. You get them dependent on the government, and then the government can run everybody's lives. And that's what that's all about. So I applaud Bill Hagerty for distancing himself, severing ties with any company that has anything to do with these left-wing Marxist ideologues, because that's what they are. But what we got to do is put more pressure on companies that are aligning themselves with them and say, we do not align ourselves with communism. We do not align ourselves with people who want to overthrow this government and put in a Marxist regime and that want to destroy everything that's good about this country. And we got to start pushing back.